All right, let's jump over to tonight's game, exclusively on Peacock from Brazil. Packers-Eagles.
By the way, Zay Flowers is very good.
He's a screen merchant, but he is very good.
10 targets, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely. Packers-Eagles, here's Matthew's top-ranked players for the game. Let's start with the Eagles here, Matthew. How about a prediction for Saquon's first appearance in green?
I think Saquon gets into the end zone. I think they want to make that a thing. I am not a big anytime touchdown scoring bettor, but I do think that happens tonight. I do think they make an effort to get Saquon into the end zone as well. It's worth noting that each of the last 2 years, the Eagles starting running back, DeAndre Swift last year, Miles Sanders the year before, has finished top 5 in rushing yards per game, and Saquon Barkley, a lot better than either of those guys as well. When he's gotten at least 18 touches over the last 2 years, Saquon Barkley averages over 115 yards from scrimmage and over 20 fantasy points per game. I think you're going to see a lot of Saquon tonight as well. I know they've tried to improve their run defense in Green Bay, new defensive coordinator. I don't know that, Rome is going to be fixed in a day. So I'm expecting a big game from Saquon. I'm actually expecting a big game from both running backs because both running backs should touch the ball a lot. Again, it's Brazil. It's overseas. Who knows? It could be a weird game. But just sort of feel like Josh Jacobs, who really only has Emmanuel Wilson, behind him, and Saquon, who I know the Eagles want to sort of showcase and hey, well.
Sirianni's very excited.
Very excited. It's the offseason acquisition. It's their new shiny toy. So, I don't know if there's any takeaway because, everyone that has Saquon Barkley on their team, you're starting them. There's no actionable item. But I do think, for those of you betting on the game, I do like Saquon anytime tonight.
Yep. Very excited for this game, Matthew. Excited to see a tired version of you on national television in front of millions.
Yeah, that's
in Brazil. He's leaving this desk and going to Brazil.
Exactly, flying to Brazil.
Excited for this matchup, and I agree with you on Saquon. Normally it's not the sharpest thing to give out anytime touchdown scorer bets, but there are situations, I think, where there is going to be an arbitrary skew and just the behavior of the team is going to shift to try and get a certain outcome. And I just think that with everything that's happened in the offseason, coming from the Giants to the Eagles with the contract, with everything Sirianni has said, you really don't think they're giving Saquon 3 cracks at the goal line if they get first down at the 2. I just think that there will be a skew there, and he's minus 115. I think there is a greater than 55% chance that he gets in the end zone.
I hope they run the tush push with Saquon. Completely flip the world upside down.
Well, they've run that from that formation a couple of times last year where they would get into tush push formation and Hurts would take it and then immediately turn around and hand it to one of the guys in the backfield, and they'd go around the edge. So as well. So yeah. Anyway, you're starting Saquon, and I would bet him tonight.
Yep. On the Packers side of things, Jay, it feels like Matthew hinted at this. This is Josh Jacobs' backfield now after the multiple players they've lost in the preseason, and this is a team that wants to run the ball.
It is his backfield. His rushing attempts on DraftKings set at 16.5. Wow. His rushing prop is only 62.5. I'm just a little bit concerned with the idea that, Josh Jacobs is going to get, like we talked about, Pacheco got 15 of the 17 Kansas City running back carries. I'm not sure Jacobs is going to get that many. I understand there's no one behind him, but the way LaFleur has talked philosophically, I just don't believe he believes in workhorse running backs. And just to keep everyone fresh, he's going to use the other guys in that backfield. Now, it's clearly going to be Jacobs the vast majority, but I'm not sure that he's going to get the workload he got 2 years ago with the Raiders when he won the rushing title.
I actually don't love the... I might actually, if I probably wouldn't do the bet, but if I had to pick on the rushing attempts, I think I'd take the under.
I would take under
16.5
as well.
I'd take, but he's going to be used in the passing game as well. I think he's got a good shot at getting into the end zone as well, and to the extent. The other thing is that I think where Jordan Love and the Packers attack this Eagles defense is through the air. I think Jordan Love has a really nice game today, again, because you've got 33-year-old Darius Slay. You've got a couple of rookie corners as well, and they're making their NFL debut. I think that's where you try to attack, especially because you've got this amazing four-headed monster at wide receiver. You've got a mismatch in Luke Musgrave as well at tight end. Tucker Kraft probably not going to play tonight. So I don't know. I think it's a big Jordan Love night. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotorworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.